Volkswagen's Autostadt complex in Wolfsburg includes the Zeithaus Museum of Classic Cars. Over 100 vintage models, milestones of automotive evolution, are on display here. Our car reviewer, Christoph Bauer, has a tough choice on his hands here. Today, he's going for the more upmarket end of the range, a luxury convertible from the 1930s. Introducing the Horch 930V. When it came out in 1937, the German auto industry was in a serious crisis. In 1937, the economic situation in Germany was anything but rosy, says our test driver. With the government gearing up for war, the scarce resources available all went towards building up the military. The economy was bled dry, so basically it was a really unfavorable time to launch a luxury car like the Horch 930V. Eight cylinders, almost 5 meters long, and weighing in at almost 2 tons, the Horch 930V boasted impressive stats. And it cost a pretty penny, too. This four-window convertible, as it was called, had a price of 10,100 Reichsmarks. An Opel Kapitän convertible cost just 4,300 Reichsmarks, less than half. But the Horch still managed to sell pretty well. Over 2,000 units were made through 1940, and most of them were the convertible variety. Horch had a tradition in luxury car making. The company was founded by engineer August Horch in 1899. In 1909, the founder left due to internal wranglings. He set up a new firm. Horch's surname means listen in German, which in Latin translates as Audi. In 1932, Horch and Audi joined with 2 other makes to become Auto Union, but the Horch brand retained its superior status. Strictly speaking, the 930V is a kind of a Horch for beginners. Under the long hood was a successor to the first German V8 engine, built in 1933. Repeated increases in displacement from 3 to 3.8 liters gave the engine a very respectable performance. The Horch was originally conceived of as a classic chauffeur-driven sedan, explains Christoph. But a lot of them, like this one, were made with a short wheelbase, which makes sense if the owner is driving himself. At the front, you had a wonderful V8 engine with a 3.8-liter capacity and 92 horsepower, and it's still a cool cruiser today. In 1938, over 20% of new car registrations in Germany in the 3 to 4-liter displacement class were Horch. The brand was market leader in the luxury class. Its big rival in the 1930s was Mercedes, but they were in a different category in terms of both horsepower and price. Horch was loved for the understated elegance. No frills, no gimmicks, just solid and unobtrusive. In this case, with a body from convertible specialist Glaser. As for the workmanship, it is beyond reproach.
Und was die Verarbeitungsqualität angeht, da ist natürlich über jeden Zweifel erhaben hier.
Lush leather, sumptuous wood trim, and a roof that is easy to operate. Plus, it's waterproof, something you couldn't take for granted back then. The radiator grille bears the 4 rings of Auto Union, now Audi's logo, of course. But as if to underline Horch's special status, the makers covered the cars with their logo, a crowned letter H. 2-door or 4-door, 4 or 6 seats, with or without a roof. There was a wide range of versions to choose from. If you were willing to pay enough, you could basically get what you wanted. Pop the hood, and you'll find a robust V8 engine with a 3.8-liter displacement. One strength of the engine is high elasticity. It's not keen on high rev levels, but the 8-cylinder unit does kick in really strong as soon as you put your foot on the gas. A Horch, says Christoph, is pure luxury. You float over the road carefree. The suspension is incredibly comfortable, and if you want to pick up the pace, and the first Autobahns had already been built by then, this little knob engages 5th gear, taking you to 130 kilometers an hour. Wow! But those drivers putting the Horch through its paces could expect to pay the price at the pump. This baby chugs down an average of 19 liters for every 100 kilometers. A far more aerodynamic successor was planned, but World War II precluded its production. The Horch 930V is a fantastic car, says Christoph, with one major problem. It came out at the wrong time. In 1938, only a very limited elite could afford this car, but it still sold relatively well, and the Horch 930V was its era's most successful German V8 luxury car. It definitely deserves a place in this pantheon of automotive classics. These days, by the way, such a convertible in good condition will set you back around 160,000 euros.